So hey there, guys. It was an incredible episode, especially the ending. Just amazing. The reaction is in the links in the description. Watch the thing and go back here if you want to listen to the discussion. And the discussion starts right now. I'm not sure that discussion is going to be that big. Uh, there's quite a lot of questions I've got during the episode, but it feels like they're like it's not like they're gonna be answered right away. But let's start. So the episode was called Wish, and by the way, it feels like I've got not the best subs out there, and few of you in the comments. I mean, maybe there was a one. No, some people said that here's like a little wrong translation. Here's like a different episode name. So yada yada, but you explained it to me, and I don't feel like there's a very big difference. The only really big difference in translation was during episode 2, I suppose, or 3. The moment where when Hanji brought Sanes to his jail cell, and he started fighting the other guy, thinking that he betrayed them. But no, Hanji explained like, no, 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 you did that, and he said like, no, the cycle is gonna start again, and I was instantly thinking about the cycle, the memory cycle thing. But I still believe that it might be somewhere like placed in this plot. But he actually meant, I mean, the guy explained that he actually meant that that this cycle, like these bad people did this bad stuff for their reasons. Now Hanji is here doing bad stuff with these people because of their reasons, and like this is like a violent cycle of some sort. But I don't agree with them because one way to kill just normal people, to keep secrets, to keep people not knowing, uh, and basically choose the route which leads to a total destruction, because walls are getting less and less territory, and at one point we're gonna die. But we're fighting for freedom, and we're not killing people left and right. We're forced to protect ourselves and to act accordingly to the situation. So this episode, a lot of people died. And what's up with Hanji, by the way? They haven't shown us her after that fight. But let's let's right? Let's go through the episode again. No subtitles. Awesome. Really like that. It's my favorite. Should work. Otosa. So Otosa is father, that's I also understand already. Sorry for the delay. You may find this hard to believe, but Fred is not. And he starts the bullshit that she's not entirely dead. Man, it's not like literally. It's well, every one of us can say that. Yeah, my grand my some of my relatives I knew when I was a kid, and unfortunately time comes and they die. Or your friends, or like your animals, anyone, they live inside you, because until you remember them, they kind of live. But it's not the life, like a real life. They live for you, not for them. So it's very selfless to say like, no, she's not entirely dead. You can eat this guy and she's gonna be alive. No, that's bullshit. She's not gonna be alive. You're gonna be remembering her, and you already remember her. And by consuming Eren, you're just probably gonna see more memories of her. And it's like it's not like she's leaving. She lived, and you're now watching that movie of her leaving. I wonder how many memories can you actually watch. There was a really great episode in the series Black Mirror. I actually don't want to like excuse me for being that harsh, but I really don't like the series except for few episodes. Few episodes were just insanely great, but others like they might have been like okay, but then stupid ending happens like there's no the ending is just I know they tried to do the ending like you can think what's happened, but I'm not gonna explain that. But there was a crazy great episode in Black Mirror. I don't remember the season, second or third one, maybe even first one, about the memories, about the technology in the future that you can record your memories. It's not like you're recording them; they're all recorded, and you at any moment of time, you can rewind it to this place and show your memories, show whatever you saw, whatever you heard, and this is such a great concept, and it breaks our life so much. You cannot lie, like the girl and the guy, and like show me your memories of this exact moment, and she's like. Like what you have to you don't want to show me that, and she shows, and I'm not gonna spoil, but it's great, and it's I just I'm interested how much can Historia actually watch all absolutely any if she's gonna eat Eren, can she watch the whole life of someone? And as I was discussing in the previous episode, how many can you watch? How far away can you watch? Can you watch the very first person who got into this cycle? So yeah, Mr. Reiss explains that she's alive, but she is not. She's not alive. It's all just a, just this guy is good with his words, man. He's just such a, I forgot the word, man. It's very easy word. Let me coward, man. He's a very cowardless person, which seems like even Kenny explained that. So he seems like he wants to use Historia and used his children and would have used his children even more because he doesn't want that power for himself. He doesn't want to eat and doesn't want to be eaten, and it feels like it's actually because he's just afraid. He doesn't want, like, yeah, just you do that, and that the dick move to force someone to do that instead of. And I was like, and he was like screaming, no, 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 I cannot be turned. Why? It's because you're such a coward, or because there's actually a reason for that. In the end, he transformed into a titan. God damn it, huge ass titan. Looked like at least pretty big. Not Ymir type of a titan, that's for sure. Her memories still live on. Yeah, your face still live on. And he gets the syringe. Let me watch. So, and by the way, he have the black bag, and he grabs a syringe out of it. And later on, Historia grabbed that bag. She took it with herself. I wonder what's else in this bag, because this is an important bag. And here's the box, and here's the uh, syringe with the thing, and the bottle. And I suppose this is a bottle of with Titan fluid. But as I was saying during the episode, whose fluid is this spinal fluid? From what person? From what creature? How long is this fluid is here? Can you extract it from someone right now, or it's like uh, already like an artifact thing? I really wonder. And as I've was discussing in the episode, what's up with uh, so you can transform human into a normal titan, and a human needs to eat another titan because another human with the power, because probably he needs his spinal fluid as well, because why not? But if you inject spinal fluid directly, can you transform into a smart titan? But his plan to transform Historia into a stupid titan for her to consume Eren. This is so weird. But let's go. And Eren sees that, like, the exact same syringe. You're going to use this power to avenge your mother. Yes, please, Eren. And he basically did that. He used that power to avenge his mother by murdering that grainy faced titan. Poor Grisha crying, man. Even though I have such conflicting thoughts about the guy, even though it's actually Eren was saying, like, because of Grisha, they've lost the power and were not able to use it to control titans and yada yada. But as Historia very sharply noticed, then you were not using that like 100 years before. So it's not like you were not acting now because you had no power. You were not acting now because you were not acting at all before that. It feels like you're like, okay, eat us up until this moment, then we do the reset thing, command the titans to go away. Maybe the titans, Colossal and Bertolt, I mean Reiner titans, they're no, that's stupid. They're not with us. They're definitely the other side of a conflict because they wanted to steal the power, or the king's power. But Grisha, man, and Eren was thinking like, yeah, because of Grisha took the power, so many people died, and he feels guilty. Man, that speech he gave, we're gonna get to that, but man, I was crying because, of course, we saw a lot of faces, but the way he was saying that, such a sad voice, like the realization. Poor guy, just in like in few minutes, got such crazy amount of very difficult to take information about his father, about the responsibility he now has, and the fact he ate his father, and that his father is dead. You know, it's not like you just ate him. No, you just he's dead now. So it's very sad. Eren has no relatives at all except for Mikasa, and she's not his real relative. And Grisha was screaming yet to protect, to avenge your mother. So Grisha knew his mother, that Carlos died or something. Eren told him. And as soon as he saw that syringe, he understood that, oh, that's what they're doing. He wants to transform Historia into stupid Titan. Does he know though that you need to eat someone to transform? I mean, he could have guessed by that he ate his father. But it's not like he was here when the whole revelation happened, or was it? Man, I'm starting to mess stuff up. Anyways, it's not that important. He doesn't want Historia to turn into a Titan. And Reiss looks at him like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use that and say like, oh no, he's afraid. You're gonna eat him because he's a bad guy. And Historia, at some moments, she was actually, you can see that her face, she is angry. She is pissed. She like that's a very not stable state. And thankfully, she's not a stupid girl. Thankfully, she's a nice, very dangerous girl. With she said, but that was awesome. So yeah, and Dick McFace looks at him, and then the fight starts. So our guys knock the door off, drop those barrels with the gas cans and stuff, run away, like run out. Sasha uses her bow with fire uh, arrows and like stuff explodes, and they use the smoke and the smoke signals to actually like, yeah, how can you use guns in this? So you cannot use them on distance. There's like basically almost hand-to-hand combat, and when it comes to hand-to-hand combat with our gear, you're much more mobile, you're much more dangerous than them with them guns. Like, you did two shoots, you have to reload, but while you're reloading you have to also use them to move, so it's like too much, in one thing. Too much. It's you cannot do all those three things at once. So it's very nice idea of this equipment, but a bad realization of this idea in the end. So yeah, and the fight starts. Levi counted everyone, like 35 guys. And Armin was saying that there's a flaw in the design of the anti-personnel 30 maneuver gear. The barrel and the anchors are fixed to point in the same direction. Yeah. That its users are completely unable to aim behind them because they have to fly there. But what's up with like, oh man, I'm gonna fly, I'm gonna die. So I mean, our gear is not also that easy to use, but their gear is worse, and especially the second, the most, as he said, like the worst thing is that like they have to reload, and Jean's flying behind the guy. So everyone, Jean killed a guy, Connie killed a guy, Sasha killed a girl, Armin already like he's a killer. Hanji killed a guy and blood spilled on her face. Mikasa and Levi. Like, Mikasa killed three in 3 seconds. Levi killed three in 1 second. So everyone killed someone. At least I think the Moblit is still the most nice person of them all, because he's somewhere there. Man, Moblit, we need you. Your girl is in danger. Hanji was injured. So yeah, I'm not gonna like tell the whole fight. I'm just gonna rewatch a little moment with Mikasa. Who's that girl? She's like flying. Phew, phew, phew. Three guys down. But Levi, man. Oh, Mikasa did four guys, but the last one, it's not like she killed him, but she kicked him so hard. I'm not sure. Maybe that's even like a nice thing to be kicked by Mikasa in the face. And Levi, damn it! Look at that! Look at that! This is the face of your death. It's gonna take your life. I'm showing you. I hope I'm showing you. I'm showing you for sure now. And you're not gonna see that, but I'm gonna see. Ding dang dong. Three guys. Like, done. This man. And she's like, whoa. In an instant, everyone died. But then Kenny appears. And like, I have to teach you a lesson, but you know what, Kenny? Your boy's grown up now. Levi dealt with them pretty easily, to be honest. I was thinking Kenny is like even more dangerous. He did a little scratching, but then Levi throws. Man, that's like that's so. Kenny Levi throws something. I suppose it's like with some flammable liquid, oil, or maybe I don't think they have gasoline, but like something that like inflammable liquid, and then Kenny shoots at it. He shoots at it, and it explodes. And this is bullshit, guys. It will not explode until it's like filled with, I don't know, maybe helium inside. Yeah, then yeah, with helium and oxygen, like they explode when they combine. But this like only shooting because Laney man Kenny shoots these guns. They have like man, what's it called in English? F- Buckshot, right? It's like a lot of little balls. Like you use it to shoot ducks and stuff. It's very dangerous. It's very powerful. But you're shooting those balls, not the goddamn fireballs. So it's gonna turn. It's gonna tear the bag, and that's all. But it explodes. It's like in the movies, if you see a movie and there's like a badass guy smoking a cigarette and drops that cigarette on a uh, man, petrol or whatever it's called. I'm starting being stupid. Fuel, right? Gasoline, fuel stuff on gasoline, and it starts like the fire starts. No, it's not gonna happen. The cigarette is not that hot. You have to drop the whole Zippo lighter there for it to actually start burning. And this is also not true. But who knows? Like screw that. That was awesome. He shot at the thing, it exploded, and Levi like a devil out of a fire attacked Kenny, and he actually overforced Kenny. He's like Kenny blocked it, and Levi like still made it through. But Kenny has this little knife, and Levi has like this big knife. So of course it's much easier. And Levi does that with his like backwards pose as well. And bam, Kenny got hit like a pretty bad hit, but you can leave after that. But it's quite deep. You can see that. You little shit, says Kenny. But yeah, and then Hanji, man. So so what's happened? Like this girl, the blonde girl that's with Kenny, she shot both of her um, bullets. Basically, she have to reload, and Hanji tried to attack her at this moment. But it's kind of also a smart thing. If you don't have your bullets, then use the cables. They're also quite deadly. Levi used those cables to kill guys. He was shooting them in the faces and in the body to like move them. And she shoots, so she gets Hanji in the shoulder. It's painful, but not deadly. But then she manages to hit her. Man, that's a very painful hit. I don't think Hanji's like killed by it. She's definitely out of it until the conflict ends, and that might end up with spinal damage as well. She might end up not being able to walk after that. I hope it's not true and she's gonna be fine. But this was a very uh, hard hit. She's there unconscious, but the guys, they're still continuing to fight. There was like a dramatic Japanese moment. Everyone was like, "Oh, ah, eh." Everyone did the sound. It's quite funny for a not very anime, not yet very anime into anime guy. Not I'm not used to that. Just that I noticed that quite a few times in Attack on Titan, like these moments of. Mm, uh. So yeah, that happened. And then we get back to Eren, and there was a half part, yes, but it was not shown for what reason? Oh, there was a half part about the spine and the syringe. So they need spinal fluid. And then yeah, the stuff starts about Historia being angry at Eren. he has finally realized that he's going to happen. And Reiss starts his song of how bad Eren is and how good your daddy is. He doesn't want to die, that the stolen power returns to where it belongs. Oh, and he confirms that yes, actually the walls created these three walls. What's up with it? This cavern was created by Titan's power some 100 years ago. So when the humanity uh, supposedly got inside this continent, and so they built this cavern with this ability. It's like Annie's ability. Maybe its female Titan was doing that, and she ended up on the enemy side. Because Annie was doing this crystallizing thing. She's the only one who can do this crystallizing thing. But then again, the hugest Titans inside the walls. What's up with them? Those are also humans, I suppose. They're super huge. They're like a different type of Titans. And the same power also created the three walls. And just imagine how much power you have to use to do that. So that might be different powers. The first power was to gather Titans around, and the other power was to crystallize them, make walls out of them. Or like they just put the Titans there and said like, do the wall. And they're like, sure. But what's with the cavern? Like the shining cavern, it's not like your normal usual material. It's something very weird. The creation of these walls, great walls, was humanity's salvation. It was more like not salvation, but isolation, and it's not like why three walls? Build a goddamn whole, your whole, what's it called? Dome, top belt? No, no nice words that I can use. Dome. The best word is dome, like a big ass half circle thing around you. So no one's gonna touch you, even if he wants to. No sun though, but you're super protected. Live as much as you want. And no titans, no sun, by the way. They cannot move during the night. Or live on the ground. That also counts. By the way, about the underground, I was thinking in the OVA how this underground was made. So it was probably also made with powers of titans. I don't think there was like shining crystals there, but it's a huge ass cavern. So it might have been also created with the power of with the wall power. The creation of the great. Yeah. Man, I don't buy whatever he says. Finally, the Titan used its power to reach into hearts of the people and alter their memories. Why? What happened that they had to do that? What happened? What might have happened such bad for you to erase people's memories? Maybe we did something really, really bad and like ran away. And like, let's forget about that and live happily ever after. What's the reason? Or maybe the humanity we started the revolution again, just the same circle happens again. But he says like, yeah, we created the walls and then we raised the memories, altered the memories. So we protected us from something and then we altered the memories. Man, Attack on Titan. Several bloodlines were excluded from this effect, but their descendants and the rest of humanity retain no history of memory of the world before the walls. Why? Why descendants? Why descendants? So some people during that moment they kept memory, but their descendants lost the memory because they were not told. What looks like some noble guys that are now tortured by Darius Zeklai. It looks like they know what's up. They retain no history or memory of the world before the walls. He was saying before the walls. What was with the world before the walls? Except for one, free the race. So, just as I've said like Frida has this window towards the who knows where, and you actually can see the whole picture with that. It's not like Frida has this. Everyone with who ate someone who ate someone who ate someone, like the royal guy. You can have this more than the power of the Titans. Frida inherited more than the power of the Titans. She knew the secrets of this world and its origins. What secrets? What's with the origins? God damn it, Attack on Titan. Like here, wanna know that, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Theorize, you stupid. She was 15 years old when that knowledge became hers. So she ate 8 years ago. Younger brother, her own uncle. My younger brother. Man, the goddamn road race forcing basically people to do that for him. Man, here's the guy, and he has like this guy, these eyes, very weird eyes, and she got those eyes. It's like the eyes of knowledge. Frida inherited the powers of the founding Titan and the memories of this world. The powers of the founder. So the founding Titan is the very first Titan ever. So is that the powers they're giving to each other? The founding Titan? And you can see those memories up until this person, whoever he was, the founding Titan. Many generations in this 100 years. And how many years it was passing before that? And her face changed, her eyes. But man, Reiss is such a weird guy. If Frida had made better use of her powers, we never would have had these problems. Oh, and he starts his speech again, like, Again, Historia said, like, you had this power before, why wouldn't you use it? And he's, like, trying to convince her, oh, but she lost this power. Oh, this is so bad. It's all his father's fault. She just wanted to make peace happy, but no, his father came and killed them all. We may even have been able to eliminate all titans from this world, so whoa. I was also asking about that, like how far can this power work? And how many titans are there, man? It's like, okay, we live on some continents, and there are titans here, that's for sure. But where Reiner lives and Ymir lives, I don't know if this is the same continent or another continent, but what's with titans there? They definitely have titans, smart titans there, intelligent titans. Maybe they also suffer from titans. Though I was thinking that the enemy creates titans. So it's not like they're gonna use them to fight themselves. But who knows? It's just an idea. And basically they can eliminate all titans with this power, but they were not doing that. They closed themselves and were sitting here up until the moment like killer kids 3 killer kids appeared and started killing people left and right. If only his father hadn't stolen the power from her. So yeah, he's like bullshit with it. Can only manifest. Oh, and he said like this power only works in the real royal family person. And Eren doesn't seem to be the one. He activated the power, but seems like, as I've speculated in the previous episode, and I was thinking about that today as well a bit. It's too much for a coincidence. He probably was able to use it because he punched the Titan, and the Titan was special. Maybe not king, because there might be some other thing here going on, but she was definitely super special. The Granny Titan thing. And she was also always specifically hunting for Eren, it looked like. So by touching her, he also somehow managed to use that power. Though she's probably like died after the what he did that. But can you hug Historia and do the same thing? Or punch Road Race in the nuts and do the same thing? I just feel like this guy, he's not telling the real stuff. He's just trying to convince Historia, just eat the guy, come on, come on. I'm really happy that he was not forcing her to do that. Even at some moment he ran towards her, and it felt like he's gonna just forcefully inject it, but no. He tried to do that like in the very end, but he was like very slow and enjoying like his face, like he's doing it to himself with drugs and something. Like super happy, like finally, my girl's gonna grow, literally. For as long as he remains the vessel for that power, it's basically useless. This hell will never come to an end. So he was trying to convince Historia by saying that we're gonna save the world, but you have to eat the guy. But Historia didn't buy that in the end, though Eren did buy that. He's like, oh, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to avenge my mom, and I wanted to eradicate all titans. And Road Race basically said we can use this power to eradicate titans, but we cannot use it while it's in Eren. So for Eren, like, okay, please eat me, but kill the titans. That was my goal. I mean, of course, he wanted to live freely, But his real goal was always to deal with the Titans. And those words actually got more into Eren than into Historia. Then and Kenny arrives like oi 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 oi. And Kenny heard that. So feel it so I suppose Kenny was always around Reiss to somehow steal that power to transform into a super titan to be super powerful. You said only Reiss can eat Eren to become the true king? That is correct. The true king is the one with the memory of stuff. So even if I turned into a titan in 8 Eren, nothing would change? No, you're gonna become like super awesome Kenny Ackerman with the ability to transform into a titan and regenerate your limbs, Kenny. This is not nothing, guy. Maybe you're not gonna see in the fucking ancient times with your memories, and you're not gonna see another woman doing some beautiful stuff with her. But you're gonna become a super powerful guy. Just imagine Ackerman being a titan. It's super deadly. So that was his dream? Do you think I'm lying or something? No. I was waiting so patiently because I believed the succession ritual was real. But it is real? Or not? Or what? For crying out loud. I bet you knew you were taking advantage of me. Playboy. Man, Kenny could have killed the guy right there. My younger brother might not have been wise to take a stray dog like you. Insult Uri again and you can kiss the left half of your head goodbye. So Kenny and this Uri were close to each other. Let my father go. And basically, Kenny explains to Historia that girl, your daddy wants you to kill this nice young man out there, and he's lying and really want you to become a titan. But I mean, at first I was thinking that she is angry at Eren and she actually wanted revenge, like your father killed my girl and I'm gonna kill you now. But no, she was actually more on the normal side. She was okay. I'm gonna do that because that's my duty, and I'm gonna save the world and eliminate every last Titan. And those were the words that Eren just as soon as he heard them, he's like, "All right, let her do that. I'm not against that because I cannot do that with this power, but she can. He only wants you for your blood." But Kenny sees Rod Race. He explains like he could have done that by himself, but he forces you to do that. Aren't you noticing that? Man, he almost killed him with the knife. Because he doesn't want to be a titan himself. He's afraid. He's a piece of garbage that forced his brother and his daughter into it instead. Yes, I'm totally with you on this, Kenny. Man, Kenny, again, such a bad guy, but you just cannot hate him for being like himself. He's just too charismatic. And he tells true. That's who your father is. But Historia is like he's wrong. Historia. I must not become a titan. Is that? Don't believe anyone who tells you other. Is that a fact? Maybe maybe when he licked that liquid, he started the hugest transformation. Maybe it was like just the camera angle, but it looked like the guy, his face, his hugest face, and his spine is like insanely big. Maybe he is a royal member like I mean they're all royal members, but he's like the oldest one. Maybe there's something with him. Maybe he actually cannot turn, or he's gonna be like biggest monstrosity. And he's saying like I cannot turn into a titan. I should not turn into a titan. Don't believe anyone. I mean, I don't believe you, but the way you transformed into this weird thing, that kind of looks like, yeah. But you did that yourself. Why would you did? Why would you do that? He just decided, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna eat them. He wanted to try that out. So Historia, like, I'm not gonna do that, and he has no other choice but to use it on himself. And I'm surprised you can do that. So you can actually. So it confirms that you can actually find Eren. I mean, maybe not Eren, but you can find, like, you can eat not by being a human. It's not like you have to inject yourself. You can actually eat the guy with this spinal fluid that works, and it will work. So these three girls, Maria, Sheena, Rose, they were eating someone. Probably because of this reason. Maybe they were eating the founding titan, as they were saying, like, and they ate it and got the power, like without even being able to transform into a titan before that. So are you telling me that they, like, we see this picture, nice king holding girls and they're eating meat, and as soon as they try to bite a neck or a spine, like they transform it into a huge ass titans, and everyone's died out there? How is that happen, man? I wonder if we can see this exact memory of this exact people, if they're connected to this memory thing. This memory thing, it can give such an interesting way for plot to move and evolve, and not just to move and evolve, but to, it's just really interesting to know, like, this history of this world that's filled with mystery, and you're actually, this is the, like, a portal to answers. Oh, is that right? So, and Kenny being Kenny says like, okay, do whatever you want, guys, but I'm gonna wound this guy and fight together. But Eren, as I've said, he's super depressed. He feels the whole responsibility, and he does not want to fight. He's like, okay, eat me. Just save the humanity, kill the titans. I was prepared to do that myself, but seems like I'm not able to do that. Rod runs like, I don't know, the guy who shed his pants to a toilet. And like, oh, Historia, do. Inject yourself, be strong. You have to do that. Be sure to bite his spine and consume the spinal fluid. I mean, are you telling she's gonna transform into a stupid titan? She will not understand what she have to do. She's gonna eat people left and right if she sees them. Like, she can even eat you if you're gonna be there. If she's gonna see you there. Kenny could like escape, but Reiss and Eren, no. Eren's pretty muscular, by the way. nice. To bite his spinal, consume his like a you know slurp the guy. And she's ready, man. And it's not like she's ready. She's standing there. She's shaking. She was not yet convinced with all this. But then, my smart girl, my smart, beautiful girl, first of all, she notices that Eren is not fighting, is not trying to do that. I'm gonna eat you, she says. But then Eren, crying, man, crying, remembering all the guys who have died. All those events, Hannes, man, people of Stohes, Thomas, Nak, Mia, Milius. I even know their names. Thomas, man, Thomas. I remember Naktias, Mina Carolina, and Milius Zerminsky or Zerimsky. And what was Thomas? Thomas. I forgot you, Thomas. I remember every one of them, but I don't remember Thomas. Man, Mina. Such a nice girl. I don't remember you, Thomas. I'm really sorry. I'm sure I'm gonna remember it as soon as I'm gonna end the video, but. And he gives this very, very sad monologue that please eat me, please eat me, please save the world. You can see in his eyes that this guy, he's not doing that for himself, he's doing that for humanity. And he can give his life for that as as far as like if he knows that it's really gonna happen, okay. She hears that, tries to inject herself again, but still doubting. And then we see Ymir flashback or whatever. Are you trying to do a good deed or something? Oh yeah, that was her in the first season in episode. God damn it! In episode 3, when we first saw Ymir, Sasha was running, and Historia gave Sasha some bread and water, and Ymir came and said, like, "Are you trying to be nice girl?" And that was basically the flashback to this moment. She remembers that. What's wrong, Historia? Are you scared? Well, of course she's scared, but not. Man, this fuck, father. Why Why didn't the Reiss family, at any point in these past 100 years, rid the world of Titans and liberate humanity? They had the power to control Titans all this time, but they were not using that. And he makes his like lying face again and said some weird stuff like the king decided not to do that because the first king who built the walls around the world, this world, the first king, Reiss, not just the first king, but the first king Reiss. So was there kings before King Reiss? How old? How far away this was in time? I suppose it was 100 years ago because walls were built 100 years ago. So King Reiss, the first King Reiss. So what's up with that? The first King Reiss. Were there other king? Can this even be that they're like different king bloods? I mean, we have 3 girls, but they all had one blood. The first King Reiss feels so weird. I wanted to say that 100 years ago, new royal family took control, the first King Reiss. But before that, there were like other king, someone, and they took the power and they erased memories because there's like now is our time and you don't have to remember, should not have to remember that you lived before with these guys. That's a reason to erase memories. What's I just don't understand how can this actually be? Because they were saying about this exact bloodline. But they may have the bloodline, but may have changed the name. Because you have like four children, and one of them is a son, and he still gives his blood to like other his son and his son and his son, and at some point like uh to his wife. I mean, not his wife, his daughter, and she lives in like she gets a different family name, you know. So, but that is the same blood. It actually can spread out very much. So it actually can happen that there was like one king family, and then at some point Reiss appears, and they took the power and erase all memories of all the guys that were before. But the very interesting thing is that by they have access to all powers, to all memories, and Frida had access, and their faces is like this. They're shocked. As soon as Frida did the thing, she was shocked about that. And actually, they were showing his father here. Was it here? Wanted us to be controlled by the Titans. The first king believed that this was the only way to achieve true peace. How? Was he an idiot or something? But I do not know why. I'm not sure where it was shown, but there was one moment where there was other guy with those eyes. So it was his father who gave his power to his brother Uri or Yuri, who gave this power to Frida, and now and then Grisha stole it, and Eren took it. My fucking god! And Historia wants to get it now. I mean, this guy wants Historia to get it now. It's quite a lot of guys there. And the father, the first father, he also had these eyes of a guy who knows. So they probably know that you have actually do that. So we just don't know some factors about this whole situation. We feel like, yeah, we should fight, we should change the world, we should break the walls. But the people with real knowledge about that, they're like, no, 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 don't break the walls, don't shoot titans, live like that, and sometimes change the memories. Like, what's it called? One sec. Like prophylaxis. So there's a word like that. Prophylaxis, preventive, like yeah, like maintains, like yeah, memory erasement maintains. So if Historia eat Eren, she might know that. Does Eren know that? Can he access these memories though? He was saying that he cannot access the power of the Titan without having um, blood, king blood in him, royal blood. But is the memory thing also a power of a Titan of some sort, or is just you ate them and at some point you're gonna see them? Because at least he saw memories of Grisha, But it was when the king touched him. Man, they need to spend with Historia a few nights just hugging themselves. I'm not saying they have to do something more, but just sitting there and hugging themselves. And like Eren can probably read the goddamn history book after that. A long time ago. Oh, there's my brother and I would beg out our father to free humanity from the Titan. So they were also like this. They also wanted to change the world. But father, we asked over and over, but he never. And she just turned his face towards us, and his eyes are like stars in there, like a bright stars, two suns. Like the guy knows. Like you idiots, you don't even imagine. It feels like he's watching at me and at you. Like whenever you saw that, like, he's watching at us as a viewer, and like, you guys, shut up with your stupid ass series. That's no, that's different. I'm just telling you, man. I wish you had like king power and could taste my spinal fluid, and then you're gonna see that you're gonna nobody's gonna believe you, man. That feels like this look like you know nothing, Jon Snow. Eventually, the time came for my father to pass down his role, and Road Race again being Road Race, like, oh, you need to use that. We can save the world. Oh, this is so great. This father of us. Oh, he was such a bad guy. Let's turn you into Titan. Oh, this is so awesome. Take it, please. Do that. And he did that. They look very. They're like almost lookalikes. Only hair color is a bit different. And as soon as he ate him, first time I looked unto my brother's eyes after he inherited the power, he had the same eyes, even more weird ones. I came to understand. So when a royal member gets this power with all those memories of all those people, he instantly changes his mind. Like, oh shit, I saw that. Uh, the plan's changing. Not gonna save the world. We have to live here. We have to build more walls. The creator of this world, who governs its very foundation, must be an omnipotent being. That is what my brother became. So the power of God resembles in him, as he said. That's actually remember Ymir on the wall in the end of season 2. She was saying like it was nice being a goddess. And they were um, the guys from her cult who were worshipping her as like legendary Ymir. They were saying like King Blood, I'm Ymir, King's Blood. So it's actually like King Blood and some goddesses. It's actually a thing. It's actually somehow connected. Maybe the Titan was a god, and like I'm sorry, and like in those Greek myths, the Titan was someone was a god, and he ended up becoming immortal because of some sins or because of something, and he became a king and like started his godly royal blood. Because Ymir, as far as I understand, was worshipped kind of like goddess, but with king's blood. And he now says, like, yeah, uh, he is like almost like a god, the omnipotent being. What to call such a being? Like God? Kamida. Wari kami to yobu. Man, Japanese like to say yobu. It's not a nice word in my language. My duty is to bring that God back to this world and pray before it. But this is weird. To bring that God back to this world and pray before it. Who's gonna pray? You're gonna pray? Because the people don't even know about this God of yours. We have only one religion, the wall religion. And maybe there's like a Levi religion, because he's super also incredibly powerful. And some probably may think he's a god. But who's gonna pray to your god? Pray before it. So weird. I'm praying, Historia, for God to lead and guide humanity. And he's actually started doing that. Like the guy, like with his mouth, like, oh, yo, God, God, God. And by saying that, he's like starting to prepare to inject her. Like, you're not gonna do that? Oh, listen to the story. And like when he says that, he's right. And his fucking face, man. I'm gonna show you that face. I'm sure you saw that. Oh, and we see Ymir's flashback again. I have no right to tell you how to live your life. Look at this fuck. Look at this fuck. Like, so this is really just wishful thinking on my part, but this is the part where she jumped with a knife. You have to live for yourself. I want you to live a proud life. Man, leave me sound. This is awesome music gonna start. But though the copyright shit. Da 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 da. Nah, man. Let me watch that again. She did like so brilliantly directed this moment. She like slaps his hand, like looking down. I've got goosebumps. This is such great. Attack on Titan is great by doing these scenes, these awesome scenes, and the music. And he's like, "My God, what the fuck?" His face. He he's like, look at him, he's angry. He basically attacked her like crazy. But our girl is a soldier, god damn you. She knows how to fight. Even though she's a little tiny cutest girl around. But she knows how to fight. She threw the guy and man, the sound feels like he broke his fucking spine. Screw your god. That's a pretty no, it may um um man, what's the word? It may trigger some people, but but looking at her, she's actually like with those arms, she's actually like drawn as this kind of like bad evil girl. But she's not bad or evil. She's like, screw you. I was not myself. I was trying to be like this Krista person, but I'm Historia, and I'm not gonna let you like play with my minds. Like, this is Eren, this is a nice guy. I'm not gonna eat him. I'm gonna save him. Like, screw the humanity. I wanna live for myself. So it's also I cannot understand if she's saying that like really, or it's like just her emotions are coming out. But anyways, I'm super happy. I'm super proud. I wanna hug you. I wanna marry her. You're just making excuses to justify manipulating other people. Yes, my girl. I've had it. I won. I won't let you kill me. And she grabs the bag, and awesome music plays, and she's running, man. And Kenny's like, the fuck? I was not expecting that. What a show, man, Kenny. I like Kenny in a way, but poor Aaron still crying. I mean, I can understand the guy, and he's even surprised, like, what the hell? I was just saying, like, okay, let it eat me, but then that happens, and awesome music started playing, and he's like, whoa, we're leaving. If I leave, just means people will keep suffering. Poor Aaron. Aaron was the most traumatized by this whole situation. And she's like, Rasai Baka punches him like such. I mean, I love you, Historia. Stop winning and shut up your and shut your mouth. Exterminate the Titans. Who the hell would want to do a shitty job like that? Man, she's just all around with her emotions. Doesn't give a damn about humanity anymore. They can get wiped. I'm the worst girl who ever existed and lived. Like, man, I love you. Man, Historia. She needed this moment to let it go, just like in the Frozen uh, cartoon. She kept that secret and stuff, and then when she ran away, like, let it go, until the last. You have to, like, sometimes you have to let your emotions go, because concealing them is not nice. Like, you're concealing, like, negative energy inside you, and even though it's not proved by science, but science, like, 100 years ago, science was like a rock compared to a computer. What in terms of knowledge we have now and back then. So we might not know about the whole energy thing and stuff, but it definitely is something like, stress is a very dangerous killer. And he, Tosa Uri, Frida, and the goddamn idiot Road Race wait for me, licks the liquid. He just did the air. It's like this big pool of water. Not pool, but you know what I mean. Like a lot of water. There, a lot of this liquid. I mean, how many? It feels like it was like out of an elephant. How many liquid can you have like in there? I don't know. I never thought about that. And he licks like a tiny bit. So can you fucking use this much liquid to do like a lot of titans? And again, I wonder how many of the syringes are there, because this is important. And he licks it, man, and transforms. His eyes are glowing instantly, and like he transforms into a huge thing. I can see that is. He is insanely huge. He's absolutely huge. He breaks the whole cavern, and the episode ends, man. It was a great episode. I mean, again, so many answers. Wow. These past few episodes were like filled with those, but still, every answer brings more questions. And I'm really looking for, man, how can you, what you will do then? I suppose Eren have to turn into a Titan and do something. But there's the whole this situation. The Kenny is there, our guys is there, Hanji is damaged. This thing might like destroy the whole cavern because it's really big. It definitely is bigger than uh, Frida was, and I mean Grisha was also quite big, but that looks like even bigger than Grisha. So yeah, guys, awesome episode. Really liked it. I really liked the music and the whole Historia scene, and I really liked Eren also as well. His voice acting, the way he said that, like his character, he got better. He was like not that deep. I mean, it's not like he got a much more deeper, but it's a nice little development of his as well. He like changed his opinion from a little angry child to a little angry but understanding child. He knows more. He's more he like I mean, you know what I try to say. I'm just starting to lose my words because it's like 12 o'clock already, and it was quite a big discussion, I suppose. Yeah, 1 hour discussion. Man, people say like I'm gonna do like a day long discussion closer to the end of season 3, and man, I'm afraid. I think I'm not gonna do that big because first of all, you're not gonna look and you're not gonna watch that big discussions. But then again, I just don't have time for those, and it's not enough information to speak about. Because of course I can go through every little single idea in my mind, but uh, when I start saying something, I can switch to something. So it's like, yeah, I say a lot, but I miss a lot as well. But anyways, guys, if you watched the whole thing again, thanks a lot. Nice job. I'm gonna see you in the next episode. I suppose the next episode is gonna be crazy as well. The whole season 3 is absolutely crazy. If you ask me, it's already better than the first two, and the first two were amazing. But the third one is insane. But I suppose it's that insane because of the previous two. They were building up all that. They were building up the mystery, all those questions, and little hints here and there, and then bam, 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 explosions, action, character development. Man, Historia in this season, Historia was brought to heavens with her character development. The girl from the first season who only did what? Gave Sasha a food and gave guys horses and was super cute. And that was all for Historia. But then season 2 happened, and then season 3 happened. It's crazy. Really like the girl. She's not like simple character. Ah, yeah, guys. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.